Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today, some extremely sad and tragic situation involving this young fellow, this being Anton Yelchin. Mr. Yelchin, actor of stage and screen, actually had a tragic incident that ended his life on June 19th of 2016. Mr. Yelchin apparently arrived home at his residence, came through the security gate in his 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee. He thought the vehicle was actually put into park when he got out to apparently maybe try to retrieve the mail. The vehicle actually lurched back in neutral, rolled backwards, and pinned him up against a security fence and a brick pillar, killing Mr. Yelchin nearly instantly. Now, this is a situation where I think we can all learn something from this, even though I feel this is a tragic incident, absolutely. And all of us here at Motor Cars Enthusiasts send out our prayers to the family and friends in their time of need. This is a terrible incident and a terrible time for those folks. But again, this is a situation where that Jeep Grand Cherokee was recalled in April of 2016. Now, I think this is something that everybody else can learn from this, is get these recalls fixed. So many people will get a recall for a machine and never take it in to get it fixed. I, on the other hand, can remember back in the day, my first brand new car in the mid-90s had a little recall come out on that particular machine, 2 holes in the back of the steering wheel that held onto the airbag for the nuts and bolts for the airbag. Actually could get keys lodged into them, locking the steering wheel, making it impossible to turn it in any direction. It was a super simple fix. You arrived at the dealership. The technician didn't even pull the car into the bay. He went right outside, put 2 rubber plugs in it, and I was on my way. Very easy peasy. And some of these recalls don't take any time to get fixed. So, especially when it comes to a security style issue or a safety style issue, get these recalls fixed. In Mr. Yelchin's situation, there is a report from one person, and I've tried to hunt all over the internets to try to find a second source for this particular deal, but I've only heard him say it, so this is just the one person. It is Mike Evans, Hollywood reporter out of California, who's actually came out and said Mr. Yelchin did take the automobile to his local Jeep dealership, but they did not have the parts or the pieces to actually fix the recall then. If that is the case, obviously Fiat Chrysler Automobiles has got a heck of a lawsuit heading its direction. The Los Angeles Police Department has already ruled this situation an accident, but this is in the early part of the investigation. There is supposedly some security footage that may be of the particular incident itself, and this is an ongoing investigation from the Los Angeles Police Department. So if we hear any more, we will let you know. Next up on the list, the Dodge Viper is heading off into the sunset, and the Viper Group, the ACR Group, and not to mention Fiat Chrysler Automobiles are sending it off with a heck of a bang with some limited edition models. In fact, 5 limited edition models. And we're going to talk about every one of them. The first one, being the one closest to me, is the Viper GTS Snakeskin Edition. Now, this is the only GTS one that's actually going to be in this limited edition lineup. And this particular machine, there's only going to be 25, and it's going to be the rarest of all the rest of these machines. Only 25 for the world. It's going to be rare indeed. The next one up on there, the black car, is actually the Voodoo 2 Edition. The Viper ACR Voodoo 2 Edition. There was a Voodoo 1 edition way back in the day, a handful of years ago, and this is a little tip of the hat to that particular machine. Only 31s of the original Voodoo were built. Only 31 of this particular machine will be built as well. The next version is the Viper ACR GTSR Commemorative Edition. Way back in 1998, Viper Group actually built this particular machine. Yes, I think my late mother bought me for this way back in the day. This was the Championship Edition GTS that Viper built way back in the day. They only built 100 of those machines, and it was actually done as a kind of celebration situation for their FIA GT Championship winning season in that particular year. This particular vehicle, there are only 100 100 built of that one, just like the one in 98, again to commemorate that special year. The last one on this, the one the furthest away from me, is the Viper ACR 1.28 edition. This vehicle is to commemorate the 1 minute and 28 second record lap around the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca circuit by one race car driver by the name of Randy Probst. Mr. Probst actually did another lap in one of these ACR Vipers back in the day with a 1 minute 33 second lap where they did a commemorative Viper for that particular situation. 33 was for that 1.33 version. Obviously, this being the 1.28 means only 28 of these cars will ever be built. Now, I know you may be thinking, I think you said 5 of those. Why is there only 4? Well, the 5th one is going to be the new Viper ACR Dealer Edition. This is a very special machine indeed, because only 33 of these vehicles are going to be built, and you're only going to be able to buy them in 2 places in the entire world. One of them being Tomball Dodge in Tomball, Texas. This is one of the leading Viper selling dealerships. The second dealership I've actually been in, this is Roanoke Dodge in Roanoke, Illinois. A very big Viper dealership. In fact, me and another YouTuber way back in the day, back before motor cars even started, it was getting close to starting back then, actually set foot on the grounds of that dealership. Real small dealership in a little tiny town. It's amazing how many Vipers they have sold over the year. But those are the only 2 dealerships in the world that you're going to be able to get your hands on the Dealer Edition Viper. Next up on the list, let's talk about this brand new machine. The folks over at McLaren are showing off the brand new 570S Sprint Edition. This is basically a full-blown race car. In fact, this is a track day star, if there ever was a track day star. Now, the trick of this is it's not built as a homologation car, even though McLaren do have the bits and pieces if you want to make this a full-blown GT4 race car. The vehicle comes with a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 that we've known and loved for all the McLarens for all the years, making 562 brake horsepower and 443 pounds-feet of torque. That is shifted through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Earlier reports maybe it'll touch over $200,000 for this particular machine. We haven't heard any official announcement as of yet, nor how many they're actually going to be built for the world. It's totally not street legal. You cannot drive this thing on public roads, or at least not as of yet. The vehicle will be making its official debut at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, and this thing hopefully will be heading up the old hill, Lord March's grounds, hopefully this weekend, just in a couple of days. Last up on the list, you may remember this particular machine, the Aston Martin Vanquish V12 Zagato Edition. This gorgeously done Aston Martin coming with its 5.9-liter, normally aspirated V12, making 591 brake horsepower and 465 pounds-feet of torque. The vehicle was able to do 0 to 60 in just 3.5 seconds. Why am I talking about this after talking about it weeks and months ago? Especially Zagato will come out and build a machine, but you'll never ever see the light of day in production. Guess what? The prayers have been answered. This machine will be going into production. 99 units will be built, hopefully for the world. Haven't heard that officially as of yet. No word on pricing or when they will be hitting dealer showrooms, but I'll keep you in tune when we hear any more. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Don't forget to like us over on the Facebook page. The link's down in the show notes. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time and get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.